I think one of my favorite ideas in life is that you could just do anything.
I don't give a damn about my reputation.
Hello.
I want to talk a little bit about this. Most people are too scared to go outside of the system or path that was set before them. There lies so much opportunity and reward in going outside of that path because, like, if 99% of people walk down the path that's already been kind of like taken, the reward is a lot more limited. Whenever you go outside of that, there's all kinds of fun stuff to be explored, and you can just go and do that. Like, there's no rule book. Life doesn't come with a set of rules that you can and cannot follow. There's the laws of physics, and that's about it. And everything else, it is up to your own judgment whether you want to face the consequences that other people may or may not put upon you. And I think for the most part, people overestimate the risks that they have. They think something's going to come out way worse, or they think people are going to think so much more than they are. This video, this very YouTube channel, I think is great testimony to that. I struggle with this. I struggled a lot with embarrassment and stuff like that. And for the longest time, I didn't put out content. Like, I tried several times before this, and those attempts mostly have been taken down, so you can't really find them. But I tried many times and I took it down. And then I started posting, and like, I've been posting every day for some 550 days. There are very good friends of mine who don't know about it or who are just finding out now. And I've been posting for almost 2 years. I'm coming up on 2 years, and like, people just don't care that much about whatever you're doing. So you can just do whatever the fuck you want. There's this one friend of mine who dropped out of high school because he was like, oh, I want to make money. And like, the school isn't going to teach me to make money. Went and made some money on like websites and stuff like that. And then he realized, oh, like, there's hedge funds. So that seems like a cool thing to do. So I'm just going to set one up. Like, the guy was obviously like fucking, I don't know, like 18, 19, 20 or something. Setting up a hedge fund, which obviously sounds ridiculous. There's no reason not to, right? Like, the laws of physics do not say that you cannot do that. So why the fuck not? And he started that, and, you know, he didn't come from a very privileged background at all. And so he had to build everything kind of from scratch, from the ground up. You know, I don't know the details of the story, but like, eventually he made enough money to move to the UK, because originally he obviously didn't have any. He came from like I think his family was in farming or something. And then he came to the UK, and then he went to like Oxford to just stay there with people. Like, he went to events at Oxford and made friends, and then eventually did research there, and then organized like a group house there. Like, you can just do things. You can just show up at places and make friends, and like, everything in the world is run by people. And so if you understand that much, like, anything you want is possible through the right people. I've heard one time on some like podcast of a guy whose entire job it is to just basically do random requests that billionaires or whatever have. And it's like, oh, you want to get married at the Vatican? Okay, pay me a massive sum of money. And I'm like, I will push enough papers around, and I will speak to enough people and shake enough hands until somebody makes this thing happen. Like, that's his entire job. You know, there's no special laws that apply to you over anybody else. And I don't know, I really like this idea. It's one that I live by a lot, I suppose. And like, I think sometimes I myself want to be more bold in the way that I live. It's very easy to forget that, because I think most people don't live with that mentality in mind. And I think if everybody did, it would be a lot more complicated. That's like anarchy. But also a certain level of it is good, right? Of just like recognizing that ultimately there are no real rules, right? But like, if you go and do something illegal, the consequences is that most other humans around you will agree that this is a bad thing, and they will lock you up by force, right? And so like, you have to understand that. But like, outside of that, there's no real laws that say you can or cannot do things. If you want to drop out of university, or if you want to start a hedge fund at 18, like, you can do these things. You may likely fail, and like, there might be consequences, and people might laugh at you, but like, there's fundamentally no physical law or barrier that you cannot surpass. I don't know, just play with that in mind, you know? This is really a reminder to myself, like, to just do not stray from this principle. Always act with this in mind. You can just do things, and like, do things for their own sake. Today, I've been thinking about building a company that's like a lot more consumer, because it's faster, and just doing it because like, I want to build something fast. I want to go on an adventure, and I want to make it like intense and big. And maybe this is a kind of better road, and I'm strongly considering that right now. I want to document it all. I think that'd be cool. Like, you can just do stuff. I don't know, do stuff for the sake of doing it. Like, do it because you want to. Do it for good reason. Don't do it because other people say they want to and it seems cool. Like, I think nowadays, like, startups are a lot more mainstream, and so starting your own company. And so like, a lot of people just do it out of like, I don't know, I can immediately tell when I speak to somebody. I will ask them why they want to do a particular thing, and I'll usually challenge them. It's like, oh, you want to build a company? Okay, why? Why do you want a VC backed, or why do you want to bootstrap it? Like, I think you can understand a lot about how much a person thinks by asking them why they do things. What are their motivations for doing what they're currently doing? how deeply they can answer, like how many levels of why, because I want to get a good job, or, oh, because I want to make money. Okay. And why do you want that? And why do you want that? And why, and why, and why? Like, how many times can you drill down on their motivations? That will tell you how deeply somebody thinks. I just thought of that. I didn't think of that before this video, but like, I think that's a pretty good evaluation. You know what? I think that's a really good metric to also hire people. Like, ask what their motivations are and how many levels deep can you dig before they give you some bullshit answer. Oh, because I think it's cool or whatever. Like, I don't know. You can do things just because you think they're cool. I don't know. When I speak to people, like, I feel like I can tell when they're bullshitting and they don't actually have a reason. They're just doing it because they want to seem cool. They want like power and status. Yeah. If you want to understand how deeply somebody thinks, ask them what their motivations are. That is, I think, a pretty good starting point. This is something I've been using to like evaluate a lot of people that I've been speaking to recently as co-founders and all this kind of stuff. Like, how deeply can I dig into why you want something? How much do you want it? Why do you want it? It's important. I hope that's a useful thought for somebody who's watching. That's going to be it for today. I did a race on a chair that was really fun. I won. I was fucking around. Like, it was a messy day. But it was a great time.